When I'm in the streets, I'm on angles. In a place in the city that I can't go. And a bitch wanna fuck for the bank rolls, cause I got bank rolls. And I'm in the bank when the bank closed. You sell it, work wasn't quick enough, so I started robbing niggas, make them give it up. Hitting licks, I was applying for a big house. Out in Cali with the pounds, told them ship it out. But if it's too much work, we'll take the trip. So much work, I'ma make it flip. 100 cash, I just make.
Alright, what is up, everyone? It's One Way Stefan here. Today we are recording a video on a compare and contrast on the C2 and the Beastmode. Which one I like better, in my honest opinion. Alright, so here are both bikes. This is a 2018 Beastmode. This is a 2020 collected bike C2. Let's start off. The C2 has an integrated headset. The SC doesn't. See, it's not like sealed. It's kind of messy, a little dirty, you know. Next thing, this bike didn't come with these bars, but this bike has big honking cruiser bars. I personally like the feel of them better, so I got myself a set from Black Ops. Black Ops dog bar, it's the same thing, same rise and all. Alright, the C2's geometry is a little different from the Beastmode. As you can tell, my seat's up a little bit right now, but this seat is slammed and it's still taller. So yeah, the seat height on this bike is different. This bike has an outboard bottom bracket. This one I'm not sure if this is an outboard, but it's a Holotech bottom bracket. And I know it's way better than this SE one, because this SE one, it broke on like the third day, so yeah. They both have the same tires, same company, just different brands on it, obviously. This one has a collectives, I think it's the stem from the C1. This is collective C1 stem, I believe. And then this is the SC Gnarler stem. This one has a different, I think it's like a, I forget what it is. It's like a 55 millimeter or something. And this looks like a 30-ish, I forget. I'd have to like look into the specs, I'm not positive. This bike did come stock with Shimano hydraulic brakes. I believe this bike came with Tektro brakes, something like that. Something along those lines, but they weren't hydraulic. So, you know, that's a plus on the C2. What else? The seats are pretty similar. The riding feel, I like this bike better. I don't know, it just feels different. It doesn't feel the same as this bike. This bike I feel like it squats lower. I don't fit it as well. This bike sits a little taller. I noticed when I was doing drop tricks, like drop down to the pegs, this felt a little higher. This bike felt a little higher than dropping down to the pegs on this bike. Alright, the price point is different on these bikes. The Beastmode, I believe, retails at $900. This bike is $600 in the UK. And if you want it shipped to the US, it's, I believe, $890 or $865 shipped to your door. I want to make it clear, there are some changes on this bike. It's not completely stock right now. And there are some changes on this bike, and it's not completely stock right now. This is just my overall opinion of riding these bikes so far. Another plus about the C2 is the cranks. These are the Shimano Z cranks. These SE cranks are known to not be that strong. They kind of crack and stuff after like a couple rides on them. Probably like, I don't know, I'd say like 3 months or something after riding them. They just start to get weak and you need to get new cranks. Another thing is, the Beastmode has the regular front axle. This one has the male nuts with the female hub. This spins a lot longer than this axle, the axle wheel or whatever, and then this wheel. So the front is a 34, and then the rear sprocket, I think it's a 16. But on this bike is 33 in the front, and then I believe 15 in the rear. One thing I noticed after riding this bike for a little bit is the sprocket does not bend. On the other hand, on this bike, after riding it for a little bit, the sprocket just doesn't turn, but like it just bends out of shape. And like you could feel it when you ride, and it's not very good. It doesn't feel very good. One thing is, this bike has the loop tail feature, which a lot of the SE bikes are. This actually loops around. It's one piece. On the other hand, this is two pieces right here. But the added extra support right here makes up for it. So far, no complaints with this bike as far as I've ridden it. Obviously, I haven't ridden it as long as this bike. But, yeah, from these times I've been riding it, there's been nothing wrong with it, really. This might just be personal preference, but I think this seat feels a lot more comfy than this one. This one's a lot more like firm. Like it's not very soft, especially when doing tricks. My like shin, it gets like pushed, I guess, and it like stretches and it hurts after a while. You can see this bike has round tubing. So this bike's more rectangular. Alright, we're just gonna ride this around, show you the difference of how these ride. A little bit of some basic tricks with no pegs, because that bike has no pegs. Knee knock. Whatever bar. I'm gonna turn around. Now we're gonna ride this. Oof, it's been a minute. Yeah, this bike feels weird. Oh my god, it's so much lower. I honestly don't like this anymore. Like, just personally. This bike feels like less controllable. On that bike, I feel like I can like, I don't know, like, it's like that bike's more nimble, I feel like. Basic tricks. Knee knock. I would have landed that if the wind didn't hit me. But you get the point. So yeah. These are my comparisons of these two bikes. Let me know what you guys think. What other kind of videos you guys want to see. I'm gonna take this bike home and pull this bike out to go ride.